Computational Thinker presentation on Rav Tyler. Rav Winfred Tyler was born April 22nd, 1902 in Chicago. In 1921, he received a BA degree. He went to the University of Nebraska in 1923 and the University of Chicago in 1927 and decided to continue his education at the University of North Carolina in between 1927 to 1929 and then go on to Ohio State from 1929 to 1938. At Ohio State, he was there for 1929 to 1938, where he became nationally prominent. And in 1938, he continued his 8-year study at the University of Chicago. Tyler's rationale. Curriculum design had to be organized around 4 basic questions. With the 4 basic principles of the curriculum and the instruction, it had to be defining and appropriate learning objectives. It had to establish useful learning experiences. It had to be organized learning experiences to have a maximum curriculum effect. And the evaluating the curriculum and revising those aspects, they did not prove to be effective. The Tyler rationale. Tyler believed that learning should be meaningful to the student and to the community around them. It should be taught through an appropriately designed and organized learning experience. While learning, it should be evaluated not only to see what the student is learning, but what the teacher is able to teach them based off their curriculum. The curriculum continues that the foundation for many aspects to design and evaluate. His emphasis of knowing our students and meeting the needs of the diverse learning styles is still applicable to this day. His influence also continues to be seen in the development of learning objectives and their connection to the assessment. Tyler's contribute to the education. Tyler made many contributions to the field of instructional design and throughout his lifetime. After he graduated from college in Nebraska, he was hired to be a math teacher in South Dakota. While completing the work on his master's degree, Tyler wrote science tests for students that revealed holes in the testing methods that was used by the teachers during that time. The holes he discovered during that time would be problems that he would study for life. Tyler put a major emphasis on needing for educational objectives to go beyond mere memorization and regurgitation. He saw the importance that students need to be able to know and understand what they were being taught. He didn't want them to just be able to get the information and not being able to actually understand it. Teaching is not a job to him. It is a human service and it must be taught through a mission. His educational ideas and influences. Many educational associations strongly oppose his proposal, fearing everything from too much governmental control over the curriculum that things were not going to be done the way they needed. Plans were eased back and implemented slowly with much promotion by Tyler. Tyler and many other developers assured educators and their program was aimed to providing general data on the health of the American education system, not just on specific agencies or even just the state in particular. Rav Tyler spent 7 decades in the service of American education. 7. One value that hasn't been criticized or opposed during those years was his commitment to recognizing and helping to bring other talents to the light. He had an innate ability to see and cultivate potential. If it was said of him that he repeatedly extended a helping hand and a nurturing spirit to those who showed promise. His ideas continue to impact education in all its domains and fields, including instructional technology, learning services. Also, a former student and professor of the education in the University of Washington once quoted, "In the regard to public policy and educational research in the field of curriculum and evaluation, he was for the last 7 decades of this century what John Dewey was the first part of the century." Rav Tyler focused more on building up a student and not tearing them down when they didn't understand or what they were being taught. He wanted to make sure that once they leaving that classroom, that they would be able to understand and teach somebody else their information. Rav Tyler was what we need today. Thank you so much.